Welcome, everybody, to the debut episode of The Feud. I'm Aaron from the Hot Tag Hooligans Wrestling Podcast, and once a month, we are going to unleash this great program where we give everyone an opportunity to hear from the talent from some of the best grudge matches that are upcoming on the independent wrestling scene. Tonight, we bring to you a grudge match that has started on Twitter, might I add, and will be taking place April the 8th down in Tampa, Florida, as part of WrestleMania weekend extravaganza for the family reunion. It's Billie Starkz versus Gary J. How are both of you doing tonight?
I'm going to be honest, a little tired, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Gary?
Just another day, old and grouchy.
Old and grouchy. Well, let's start right off the bat. Billie, you are the one who issued this challenge to Gary J for family reunion. Why did you decide to issue the challenge towards Gary when you could have issued a challenge to anyone?
Gary is one of the pillars of Anarchy, and this match is supposed to represent this company. And this has come to be one of the places that I truly love to wrestle at. And I feel like if anybody I had to choose to wrestle, it would be Gary. He's supposed to be one of the pillars of Anarchy. And in my head, this man has been doing it for so long. He was the right opponent for me. So that was my decision. I wanted to wrestle Gary, and I've gotten what I wanted.
And Gary, you were a little bit hesitant at first. Why were you hesitant to accept the challenge?
Why wouldn't I be? Honestly, I have nothing to prove. People are always trying to prove themselves against me. I don't fucking care. At the end of the day, I go out there, I get paid to fight people and hurt people. All right. Billie's super talented. She's probably going to be under contract by a major company by the time she's 19 or 20. She's not going to use me as a stepping stone. Like everybody else likes to, Gary J's going to go out there and put me over and have a hell of a match. Wrong. I don't have matches. I have fights. And I understand Billie's all piss and vinegar, but listen, kid, you don't want this. You've bit off way more than you
want this, but I've wanted this for a long time, Gary.
Why?
You say you're coming for a fight, I'm coming for a fight too. You act like this is a game, but at the end of the day, I know at the end of Mania weekend, I'm going to show that I've come with a point to prove, and I've proven it. You think you're going to win this match, but at the end of the day, you're going to be the one on the mat. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. You act like it's going to get that far. You have a smile on your face. You're going to get in there with someone. I'm a killer. You're going to get in there with a smile on your face and fight me. Yeah, come on, kid. Get real.
Yep. Like I said the other day, I'll put you in the ground and smile.
Okay, cool. Why don't you tweet that out so you can get some clout and some likes?
I already did.
Oh, wait.
I already got
clout
the clout.
doesn't pay bills.
Like.
Yeah.
Same. Oh.
Now, Gary, you mentioned that you're not the stepping stone, and this isn't the first young talent that's called your name out throughout the years. Why do you think so many people love to call you out?
Because they have nothing better to do with their time. They just see me. They're like, oh, he's probably one of the actual most real and talented people out there. I'll go straight for the top dog. Hey, I can admire people's moxie, but at the end of the day, I'm sick of this shit. This isn't a game to me. I don't go out there to have high fives and hugs, all right? I'm not part of this fucking air of, let's all be friends. We should all get an award. I'm the best at what I do. And I'm sick of fucking going out there and carrying people to a subpar performance. It's my time.
You say it's your time, but at the same time, I've shown that I'm one of the best women coming up right now. And I feel like if you're saying you're one of the best, shouldn't I prove that I'm better than you?
Absolutely. But why should I let's go ahead and do it. All right. You begged for this. You begged for this to the point
where I didn't beg for anything. I said what I wanted, and I got what I wanted at the end of the day, Gary. If you want to be coward and back down from the challenge, that's what you did. I'm sorry that you finally said, I'll grow a pair and be like, yeah, I'll wrestle the kid. I don't know what to say.
Come on.
Okay, you're afraid that I was going to knock you out? Yeah. You're afraid that you're going to lose?
Knock me out with what?
What do you mean knock you out with what?
Gary, one may say that you have a lot to lose in this and nothing really to gain, where Billie would have a lot to gain from a potential victory from you.
Is it that everybody that I fight, most of the time, like you said, all these young up-and-coming whippersnappers are calling me out because they have everything to gain and I have everything to lose. Once again, they think I'm just some kind of stepping stone. And to go back to, she called me a pillar of St. Louis Anarchy. congratulations. Yeah, St. Louis Anarchy is my home, and I put that company on the back for years. But I'm a pillar of independent professional wrestling. Unsigned and don't care into the thing that is just like a cool hashtag and a marketing idea. That's how I actually feel. Like, I'm not worried about like going off these big grainiers and greener pasture. Independent professional wrestling is my greener pasture. Per se, I've heard this before, and I'm not going to mean this in a bad way, but you can consider me a gatekeeper.
And you mentioned St. Louis Anarchy. Let's talk about St. Louis Anarchy real quick. And you're right. You are the pillar of the St. Louis Anarchy promotion. You have been for many years. What does that promotion actually really mean to you deep down in your heart?
Everything. When I was down in the dumps, when pretty much I was going to call it a day in life and in wrestling, I had one thing to turn to. I had that promotion. I had that feeling. That atmosphere, hashtag anarchy atmosphere, has done more with me and for me than people will ever know.
And Billie, you mentioned this is one of your favorite places to wrestle, the St. Louis Anarchy, even though this one will be taking place in Tampa. But what is it about St. Louis Anarchy for you, which makes it mean so much?
It's a home away from home. As like cheesy as it sounds, I feel like since I walked into the door, it felt right. It felt like a home. And for some reason, I was welcomed by everybody. And in my head, since I'm welcomed by everybody, it was that point of like, since I'm welcomed, I need to prove that I should stay here. There's no one who's going to push me out the door. This is my new home, and I'm going to make it sure that I'm never going to be able to leave.
And both of you have been very active in the last couple of months, preparing for this matchup as well. Gary, you've been in with some of the top talent in the world, Tony Deppen, Justin Kyle. So talk to us about how you're preparing for this match against Billie.
Like I go into every fight, focused and with everything I have. Like people, like ironically enough, I think I touched on this on my Twitter the other day. I had a conversation with someone who I respect highly and I think is a very good professional wrestler. And we had a conversation Saturday night, and his exact words were, "Man, Gary, you just don't take a night off." Exactly. There is no days off. There is no nights off. This is my life. I'm going out there to prove once again that I am the best.
And Billie, same for you. You're traveling up and down every single weekend. Just recently took on Rachel Rose and Sky Blue, as well as Dalton Diamond. How are you preparing? You just mentioned
Dalton Diamond, like that's a fucking name. Come on now.
You just mentioned before we got on the air that you actually just come from training. So is there anything that you're doing a little bit different to prepare for someone like Gary?
There's nothing that I need to do differently. I'm just progressively getting better and better and better every time I step into a ring. As narcissistic as it sounds, I'm proving myself every time I get in the ring. Whether people see it or not, I'm working out and I'm trying to get better. While Gary's saying, "Oh, I'm ready, I'm like this, whatever, Gary." At the end of the day, I'm putting in this work. I'm traveling every weekend. I'm going to training every night, and I'm getting better.
Go ahead, Gary. Respond to that.
I mean, there's no debate. Like I said when we started this, that you'll be signed in the next 5 to 4 years. Like,
but do I want to get signed? Is that what truly matters about wrestling? Is getting signed? No, it's about showing that you know
that's what's going to happen to you. Like, just because. So you're mad at me because I gave you a compliment. Come on, kid. Get real.
You look at Tampa and WrestleMania weekend, and let's be honest. WrestleMania weekend is the biggest weekend as far as pro wrestling. There are tons of shows on the independent scene down there as well, and both of you have multiple matches perhaps throughout the weekend as well. With all the eyes on this match and everything that's at stake right now, what are your thoughts overall on how the weekend's going to go, Gary?
Well, this is my first fight of the weekend, so I'm going to go in headstrong and like I said, no days off, no nights off. Like, so regardless of how many fights I have, but this is uno. This is one. I probably said that terribly. I've been hitting the head a lot. But, like, this is the beginning of Tampa to me. This is probably more important than anything else I got going on that weekend. Why? Because you got this punk kid calling me out, and I represent St. Louis Anarchy, which is, in my opinion, probably one of the best wrestling promotions around.
And with all different types of promoters around as well. It's a great opportunity for both of you all to pick up extra bookings throughout the year as well. So who else are you signed to face through the weekend as well?
Right now, I think I have 4 or 5 fights. I have the No Peace show later that night, I think on the 8th at like midnight. I'm pretty sure I have a scramble, clusterfuck crazy thing. So a whole bunch of random craziness. And then I have the ICW Pit Fighter tournament on Friday night. So I'm in the first round of that. I have no clue who I'm fighting yet. And then I have Beyond on Saturday.
So basically, your whole plan is to get in and get out as quick as possible in this match against Billie, since it's the first match of the weekend.
I mean, that would be great. So I can chill out before I have to fight, 4 or 5 other fucking people. Yeah.
And Billie, same for you. You got a busy schedule as well. How early are you planning on to get down to Tampa to get kind of acclimated with the scene?
I believe I'm going down that Wednesday or Tuesday. I can't remember. Whenever I get in the car and drive down there. But the same thing, like Gary said, I'm having so many matches this weekend. Might as well end it fast. So my plan is to take care of Gary as quickly as possible. But he thinks that this is going to be a night off for him, but it really isn't.
I like night off. I just said I don't take nights off. Just because it's not long, it doesn't mean it's a night off.
Oh, okay, Gary. You think it's going to be that easy to take me down?
We'll see.
Now, is this the first time that you two have ever been in the ring against each other in any form, even like clusterfucks and things of that nature?
Yeah, because in most states it's against the law.
Oh, we're pulling that card out now. You said, hey, this is it. Oh, yes, this will be our first time in the ring together.
Awesome. Well, I can tell you the moment that I saw the challenge issued, even though, Gary, I knew that you were hesitant at first, I knew that you were going to accept, my man. I knew that there was no way that you were going to back down from a fight for sure.
Well, I mean, it took a little poking the bear, but we got there.
Yeah. And I cannot wait to see this matchup. And I'm hoping for everyone around that perhaps when St. Louis Anarchy gets their opportunity to start running again, maybe this summer, maybe there's a rematch somewhere down the line. Because I don't think this is going to end quickly, no matter what either one of you think. I think this is going to be a really well put together fight.
Exactly. You said it. Fight. Key word. Fight.
Hey, I take nothing away from the girl. I've seen her land on her head and get up and still pull out victories.
I don't take anything away from her. I just said how great she is. Like, I'm not denying the fact she's really good.
Better hope Pizza Cat don't show up.
I'll bring Pizza Cat shows up. I'm bringing Pebbles and Dino, and then she's fucked.
Oh no, poor Pizza Cat.
They don't like pizza. They're lactose intolerant. So.
Dang.
Well, guys,
something that people.
Go ahead, Billie.
Lactose in pizza.
There's cheese. Yeah.
Cheese? You have to remove cheese from the pizza? Then what do you call it? Just.
I'm not lactose intolerant. My cats are.
Your cats are?
Dino and Pebbles are my cats. You don't see the shirt? Cat dad.
I get it. Your cat. All the cats.
I tell you, I hope you two both have a fantastic weekend. And whoever comes out the winner, hopefully it is well earned and no shortcuts are taken. And hopefully when this is all said and done, both of you two can put it all behind you. And Gary, if something was to happen and you were to lose, I hope that you're able to swallow your pride. And same with you, Billie. I hope if you were to fall to Gary, that it'll be a great learning experience, and perhaps it'll be another great moment for you and the great career that you're going to have.
But the thing is, I'm not going to fall. So Gary's going to have to be the one swallowing his pride.
I fall all the time. Get used to it.
Everybody, April 8th, Tampa, Florida, family reunion. I can't tell you, IWTV, there is going to be so many great shows. I thank you guys both for joining me tonight. And best of luck to both of y'all. I can't wait to see who comes out the winner.
Me.
Oh, man. Maybe we should do a wager here.
A wager? Like what? Like everybody
I'm
gets
all
all the Reese's peanut butter cups when I win?
Let's say if Gary J loses to Billie Starkz, he has to wear a Space Jesus shirt on Twitter and state, "I lost to Space Jesus."
Fine. I'm a man of my word. I guess I have some pride.
And what about for Billie if she loses?
She retires.
I have to retire.
Oh no!
And here early, just be done with it.
Get a real job, kid.
I already have a real job.
He has a real job. I know that one for a fact. So maybe we can get a Gary J shirt. You have to wear the Gary J shirt saying that you got beat by Gary J.
I'll do it. One of the bright orange shirts. What?
Sure.
Oh, I love it. Nothing like a wager. I would have wagered the beard for you, Gary, but I can't do that to you. Just in case.
Yeah,
just in case she was to cheat.
Yeah, well, exactly. Come on. Maybe Pizza Cat runs out and I slip on a pineapple or something.
You slip on a pineapple?
Yeah, pineapple pizza.
There you go. There you go. Everyone, thank you so much again for joining us, guys. Best of luck. Safe travels down to Tampa. For everyone out there, make sure you are tuning in to the Hot Tag Hooligans Wrestling Podcast Show. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button as well. We got some great shows coming up. We got 2 more by the end of next week. So thank you guys and stay safe. Thank you guys.
Bye.